when I joined Lifestyles, really the deal breaker for me to or what made the deal for me to join Lifestyles was the case study, because you meet real people. Look at these two beautiful people, Hassan and Nisrine. They're here in the Austin, Texas area, and but that's not where they're originally from. I know you guys might have something. I want to do a quiz out there tonight. So I don't know who's running behind the scenes, but I want a quiz. Show that thing you showed me earlier, the tagine. If you can guess where they're from based on this, let's see who can win that tonight. It's a tagine and it makes delicious food. So there you go.
They're from that movie Aladdin. I saw it.
You're close. No? You're close. But hey, you two, welcome. Thanks for making it tonight.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah. Thanks for sure.
Yeah, you guys are great. So, well, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know y'all were doing real estate before Lifestyles, right? But and now you've joined Lifestyles. Has it changed the way you invest? And also tell us a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so my name is Hassan, and I am electrical engineer working for a tech company here in Austin. This is my wife, Nisrine. Would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, I'm Nisrine, and I am a director of operations, and I work for Cigna Express Scripts. And we started investing, like I'll let Hassan tell you a little bit about that, like how it started. But yes, we did invest prior to coming to Lifestyle, but it was completely different. But it's a very interesting story. I'm gonna let Hassan tell you how it all started. It's pretty amazing. Go ahead.
Yeah, it all started in Boston. I was a grad student, and I realized how much I was almost paying $900 for a room with other students, and I was like, okay, so this is not sustainable. Two of my friends were real estate investors themselves, and I saw how kind of life they are running. And one of them actually was a stay-at-home dad, and he was making more than my manager back then. I was like, okay, I have to do something. So I started looking, and they encouraged me to go look for property for myself. I started looking. It took me about like 3 or 4 months to land a condo. I know that condo is not what Lifestyle teaches, but it was a starting point for me. It was a bank owned. It's been in the market for 5 years. It needs little rehab. I closed on it. I got my former roommates to move in with me, and they were paying my mortgage, and I lived for free. Fast forward a year, almost a year later, I sold the condo, and I made almost like 40K profit. And I was like, "Ooh, this is the business to be in." So from there, everything is a history.
Right. So Hassan had moved to Austin, and he acquired a primary home, and I joined him. And we both were working for corporate America, and we started to invest. We had about 7 properties prior to coming to Lifestyle. We had a really good friend of ours who was with Lifestyle, and he was becoming a lead and doing like multifamily, doing extremely well. And we were like, we got to go. Like, let's go.
Is that Luai?
Oh.
That's Luai, right?
Yeah, that is Luai.
All right, shout out to Luai.
No.
Hey, Luai.
He's on. But yes, so we came exactly 1 year ago in November. We joined David's seminar. We thought it was like pretty good and like really hilarious, and like we're like, well, they do it differently for sure than the way we were doing it. And it was the right way to do it, to be completely honest with you, because right after we wanted to go for probably like either multifamily or an IRO, but then Corona hit. So we saw so many opportunities within single family, and we wanted to upscale or get our network to be like a little bit higher. And then we started to invest in single family and do it the right way, the Lifestyle way. And that has completely changed our whole outlook. Sorry, Joey, you were talking, but we can't hear you.
Oh, no, I was telling Sugar Booger she needs to close that door because little baby Kian's making too much noise.
Oh, okay.
And I know you have a little baby booger too that's about a year, right? 15 months?
She's actually upstairs. She is watching her
We put
cartoon.
we put TV for her. We never do, but today we were like, "You're gonna be watching TV because mommy and daddy gonna present a program." But it was
That's
like
good.
more
We try to limit the screen time too, but that can be tough, you know.
hard. Yeah, we
It's a
are.
good babysitter. Well, you guys, I'm excited. Let's dive into your property. This one's nice and juicy. I'm really like your numbers on this deal. It
Yeah.
looks like what it's a 322 1976. You know what? Did you get this from one of our realtors?
Yes, I was through email blast from Casey.
Okay, from Casey Klaus. Yeah, he's one of our big players here in the Central Texas area. And
He
that's
was
great. It's up in the northeastern part, which is good for you. Your drive isn't so long from Austin.
right. Yeah.
So that's good. So tell us a little bit more, what was the rehab like? Was it just a basic cosmetic or was it more involved with foundation or?
It was actually a big rehab. So it was foundation, plumbing, flooring, light fixture, appliances,
Cosmetics.
and some exterior like paint and stuff.
So you guys must have like shed a bunch of pounds doing all that work, right?
Yes, yes. We
We
were
did
there
all
like
ourselves.
day and night.
Well, that was so great.
So now we're being facetious, folks.
And
He
I
does not
was,
lift a hammer. We do not lift hammers. So they did not do any of this work.
no,
We
You
we
had
did
to,
not do
absolutely
anything.
nothing. Yeah.
that's
We
great.
experts, exactly how David teaches and Lifestyle teaches, and all our mentors do. So we actually got a really were blessed having a really good contractor that we got through the vendor list. And prior to coming to Lifestyle, one of the things that we always struggled with was finding reliable people in like to do renovations. So having
Right.
that peace of mind and having someone like within Lifestyle that like understood the investor mentality and they just brought so much to the table has been an amazing blessing for us, especially that we live in Austin. And Levi, what's the name of his company?
Top One Construction.
Yeah, he is.
Top one. Yeah.
amazing.
Levi Hernandez. Yes. He has
Yeah.
glowing reviews by our members.
He was
Yeah,
a go-to person.
Yeah, we did 3 deals with Levi actually. Once we got the first one, he renovated the second, and he renovated the third one as well.
Oh, that is awesome. Yeah. That takes out a real big piece of the puzzle, which is building your team. We really
Right.
help facilitate that with our vendor program, and I'm so glad that worked out for you.
Yeah, it was amazing for us.
That's good. And well, let's dive into some of the numbers, or I think there might be one more picture that we could look at. And I just see, flooring was definitely one of the upgrades you did. It looks like bathroom, although I didn't, there was flooring and paint in it, but it looked like it was fairly clean. It wasn't like terrible, but yeah, still, I know all the
It
other
was
stuff.
clean and functional, but we wanna refinance. We took hard money, and this is something that David Fisher will go over on the 2-day seminar this weekend. But we
Right.
took hard money and we renovate everything. We got everything brand new appliances, although it didn't need them, but we went ahead and upgrade everything, and so that we don't have any overnight calls or any headache with tenants.
At least for like.
At least for the next 2 or 3 years.
But we got
Awesome.
granted for them for the kitchen. We do like exactly what we've learned in the tour, like what is it? The day tour.
Single family tour.
The single family tour. And it was really beneficial for us to go because one of the things that they have taught us was you have to look at the neighborhood and see the upgrades that are within that neighborhood. And then based on that, you want to make sure that that's so that you don't rehab your property.
Right.
Stay within that. Yeah. So those are all things that we've learned within that we never used to do before, even in our properties.
You didn't put gold-plated toilets or anything? I know you do that from your part of the world, right? So you didn't want to do that here? No?
Not this time.
Hey, who's behind the scenes? Did anyone guess where they're from? I don't know if they can chime in. I don't know who's doing it. I'm used to Central Texas, but yeah, I don't know who. Chime in if someone guessed it. If not, we'll have to tell you guys. I know you're all waiting. Well, hey, tell us about these numbers, David Fisher.
So the purchase price was 103, and Casey sent us like a very conservative analysis, actually the appraised value that he sent in his analysis packet was 165, and it's 15K over the asking price,
Woohoo!
over the estimated appraised price. The
That's
same
awesome.
thing with the rent. In his sheet, he put 1,400. We were able to get 1,475, which is
Nice.
amazing for
Oh my
for
gosh.
yeah.
And look at those numbers. So you're getting a 35% return on your money.
Right.
Real quick for folks to understand, when they sat there and said the appraisal came in higher, it wasn't what the realtor said. It wasn't what Hassan said and his wife said. It was what the actual appraisal came in at from the bank's appraiser.
Right.
So I want to make sure people understand that.
Right.
Exactly. Look at that. And you're out of pocket. I mean, for this whole thing, I mean, it was only 18,000. And when you sell this, you're going to get back that 18 plus 27,000 or 28,000 on top, which is 152% return. Way to go.
It was a sweet deal. It was very nice deal.
Now,
Hassan and Nisrine, I don't know if you know, there's a technical term. If you make over 100% return in the industry, what's the technical term for that? Do you know what it is?
Peony fin.
Yes.
and be honest.
I just love making people say that. So now I have a Moroccan senior pants exciting, correct?
I know.
That's good. Yes, I've peed in my pants a few times with real estate and lifestyles model. It's pretty spectacular the type of returns you get. So that's awesome. Congratulations on this one.
Yeah. And just like one more thing, we found tenants. The tenant moved in while we are finishing all the touch-ups. So Levi and his crew was there like for almost like 4 or 5 hours while the tenant were moving their furniture. So we follow the model and we follow the map.
My goodness. They were beating down the door to get in your home. It looks fabulous, so I can see why.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Well, this isn't your only one. I know you have quite a few, and let's BDS.
Well, real quick, just so you know, when I did my speech ahead of time, they turned me into liars because I sat there and said cash flow, you'll make 10 to 30%, and they're making 35% a year.
You're overachievers.
Overachievers. Now, you see how excited he is right now? That's the most excited you'll ever see an engineer get.
That's true.
With a half smile.
Am I right? They're so conservative and worried about everything, right? When we're having fun tonight, I'm wearing a t-shirt and he's still had to wear a button-up shirt. That's the way he is. You can't let go. Right?
Hassan, I bet you didn't even pee your pants, Hassan.
I know. Maybe a few drips or something, right?
Did a little bit for sure.
Look at that. That's impressive, your whole portfolio. I love this.
Man,
this is
crazy.
Not, some of those we owned them prior to joining Lifestyle, and after joining Lifestyle, we got 3 properties. They were the bottom 3. We acquired 3 within 3 months, so that was a little aggressive for us.
Woo.
But this is our portfolio. The first one, which is a good news, I know that since we joined Lifestyle, we start learning about the in and out of business. And one of the advice that we got from our mentors is not to sit on a debt equity for any house. So as you can see, the Strickland Drive, we're sitting a lot of cash that's underutilized. It's 79, almost like 105 equity or 110 equity. And as of yesterday, we closed on that property. So we sold it so we can free up some cash and we go invest somewhere else instead of cash flowing 450 and holding that equity in that house.
Nice.
You said we made 100 then?
Yeah, we end up making the first one, Strickland Drive, was our primary residence. And we made about 160% cash free since it was our primary residence.
Nice. Awesome.
You can see some big numbers, 12, 13, and 904. Yeah, that doesn't happen with single family, or at least for us, those are duplexes. So that's why you see higher cash flow.
And on Dove Trail Drive, which is like another property that we acquired. That one is cash flowing actually 600 and not 480 because
Oh,
pets. Of course, we ended up having all these people who had like two pets.
Three
Or
pets.
three. So we never used to charge rent for pets ever. And then we joined Lifestyle. And David was like, "What? Are you crazy? You charge 25 at least dollars per pet." So that really raises the
You know
cash.
why I love? Do you know why I love pets so much?
Yeah.
I
Because of
hate
the-
children. You know why I hate children?
Not children.
You can charge more for children. I can charge more for pets though. So
Exactly.
here, I got to go a little deeper. I got to make sure you're doing it right. Did you charge a not refundable pet fee, a pet deposit, and pet rent?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Trifecta. We're winning. See, and this is stuff I teach in the seminar just for the new people.
Exactly.
Yes.
and
But think about this, guys. I mean, I know you're making more than this, but altogether, that's like 72 grand right there showing.
Mhm.
Do you realize that's the same as about a $100,000 a year job?
Yes.
So which one of you is quitting first?
We're
that's
trying
me, that's the goal.
me to quit because I'm doing all the property management right now, so
Yeah.
it would make. And I'm also, because I'm doing property management and I really like it, I'm actually trying to get my license. So I also add that to,
Cool.
just
But you know what you should be doing? Not getting a license. You should be buying a large apartment with your $500,000 and peeing your pants exciting, being lead investors and doing that. But not that I'm telling you to do that.
We
You
are
know
doing
why?
that as well.
Why can't you do?
That's what you taught us, David, and that's what like Joey has told us, and like Jody as well, all the mentors, and that's the beauty actually of Lifestyle. You don't feel alone. So
Exactly. Yeah.
all these properties that we had prior to coming to Lifestyle,
Ready?
we felt
This is what it's like. You ready? He's an engineer. I'm ready. I'm going to take action. We can take action. Big step. Come on. Big step.
Baby steps.
That's exactly it, yeah. So he is the brains, I have to say. He's the numbers, he's the spreadsheets, he's talking to like the hard money lenders, the refinance, which actually we got through Lifestyle vendors.
Yes.
Right here, I'm glad you brought that up. So Red Door Funding was our hard money lender. CMG, we financed 2 deals with them. They're like
With
conventional.
Adam.
So we got all our vendors, like none of the people that we used to use before. We did it 100% the Lifestyle way, and it has just been like life changing for us.
Awesome.
Yeah, and also shout out to my mentor, to Jody, Julian, and Joey. Joey was like extremely nice. We called him in the weekend. I was like, okay, what do you need?
Shucks. I hope Daryl's hearing this.
Well, sometimes like
my
we feel
God.
really bad. Okay, so I have this tenant and he is breaking the lease. Okay, so this is like what you need to tell them. This is how to approach it. So we felt that we have a support system there,
Yeah.
and that was amazing. That helped us tremendously.
Right. And this is coming from us who used to do this before. So it just goes to show you that no matter how you do it on your own, like when you do it, when you have the right mentors and you have the right, support system and background, it's just life changing again. It just changes everything.
Get up to your game. Made you more profitable.
Exactly. And then we acquired one more property with Trey. I just want to mention that we did another property with Trey, and Trey has been amazing as well.
Trey's
Like,
one of Lifestyle's realtors, just so people know.
Yeah, everybody from Lifestyle and Lifestyle Unlimited Realty, they were amazing and they helped us tremendously. So thank you for that. Yeah.
we're very grateful.
That's
So
awesome.
what are your goals? What are your goals, guys?
Our goals are we signed up for the Lead Investor Certification, and that's the next step. So we can retire Nisrine from corporate America, and she can focus only on property management and operation, which is exactly her bread and butter. And so for short-term, get like a lead, one deal as a lead. Long-term, acquire more property, multifamily properties, and give back to community, like you do, guys.
And you know what your one more goal is? Next time I teach up in Austin, you guys both have to visit and bring me and Joey some Moroccan.
Tagine.
Sometimes,
Yeah,
okay,
I know.
sure, we'll do
I
that.
really do. And we did have what was
Potluck.
it, like a potluck where we invited everybody right before Corona hit, like in February. And it was amazing. Like I cooked a lot, like there was some food and it was really, really nice. So I really want to do this more.
You can't call it the coronavirus. That's racist. Let's call it the Dos Equis virus, okay? We got to name it after a different beer.
Right, just text me the term, so I'm like on point.
Okay. Awesome.
But yeah,
Yeah, you guys ready to take some questions from members out there?
absolutely.
Okay. Who do I have asking questions tonight?
Well, I want to know, did anyone guess where they're from?
We'll
Ember?
find out from Ember.
So we've actually got a lot of answers on that. We've got
Oh.
Bali, India, Morocco, Scotland,
Scotland.
and Sri Lanka.
No,
No,
it's actually
Morocco.
Morocco. Whoever answered Morocco is the correct
Yeah.
answer.
Fantastic. And then this property was in San Antonio, right?
Yes.
And they live in
Perfect.
Austin, which is about an hour and a half away. So
So we
Okay. Not a bad drive at all. So Priscilla was asking if she could get an explanation regarding unrealized capital gain. She said you mentioned having to sell the home on Strickland Drive to free up some cash.
Mhm.
And so she's wanting to learn more about what you mean by unrealized capital gain.
So
Well,
that's,
go ahead, Joey.
oh, well, just the basic equation is you take the sale price minus all your costs. So your purchase price, your rehab, your closing costs, all that. Whatever's left over, that's your unrealized capital gain.
Yes.
the easiest way to call it is profits. You
Yeah.
bought it at this price, it's worth this price, the difference, your profit.
Yes.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Uh-oh, Amber, can't hear you.
Cammy was asking
I
who
can't
paid
read
for the
lips.
rehab and closing costs.
Oh.
Sorry, can you hear me okay now?
Yes,
just
there's
on
just a
Let's try
delay.
and try. We'll just pretend you're a Jackie Chan film in French.
Perfect. So Cammy was asking who paid for the rehab and closing costs.
We paid for the rehab and closing costs. However, we got the money back from the hard money as the draws.
Joey, give a 30-second explanation of what they mean by that.
Okay, so hard money, what it is you get, it's based on the ARV, the after repair value. And so you get that loan amount. The first thing you dump in there is your rehab. The second thing is your purchase price and then your closing costs. Generally, it's a little bit more than the loan amount, and that's your cash out of pocket. So when he's talking about getting that money back from the repair escrow, they don't give you the money up front for the repairs. You have to do some of the work. Once you've completed some of the work, you submit for a draw, and you get that money from the hard money lender and back in your pocket so you can pay the contractor again, do more work, just rinse and repeat.
Right.
And Jim was asking, what would you say is the biggest challenge in the single family life cycle from property purchase to sale? Which I think
I would say finding the right tenant.
Yeah, I was thinking
And
the same thing.
yeah, finding the right tenant and managing the relationship with the tenent. And Nisrine does a really good job with managing and nurturing that relationship. Once you establish a good relationship with tenants, they take care of your property, you take care of them, and everybody is winning.
Yep.
And just so
Definitely.
you know, if you're new, I spent about an hour on that. It's one of the most important things I teach in the seminar is how to find the right residence. Most people don't know how to screen properly. And I know Hassan and Nisrine follow that by the book, how we teach it. So that's how you mitigate your risk of bad residents.
No purple Martians.
They're called residents, not tenants.
Right.
Right,
Resident.
right.
So you know, politically correct.
Yes.
Yep. And did you guys, are you still working?
Yes, we are both still working.
So, but still working. Yeah, we're both
Still working full time?
high demanding jobs, and we poured a lot in our careers, and we both like got masters, and Hassan has like a kind of like almost a PhD. But
Wow, you're smart.
Look at his beard. I would have guessed that.
But the goal for sure, the more you understand like it's definitely a lifestyle. The more you are investing in like single family or in multifamily, we are actually in one multifamily deal as well as passives. But the more you are into investing, the more you understand exactly what like David was saying. Like there's always that next person. I thought my goal was to get to being a director before I was 30, and it was like, I'm going to get all the satisfaction in the world, but that did not happen. Once I became a director, it was just more and more and more.
Your time went like this, didn't it?
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm like so stretched, so thin. So the goal is to eventually not be working full time, but be dedicated 100% to real estate investing.
And one more thing, it's for our job, both our job is little, we have flexibility. So if Trey called us or text us and say, okay, I have a deal, we have the flexibility to drive all the way to San Antonio to look at things. And if something happened or if we need to be there, we have that flexibility. So it's not, we're not, we don't have like rigorous kind of job. We're semi-flexible.
Another thing I want the folks out there to understand, even though they have like, I don't know if it's 10 houses, however many you guys have right now, right?
Yeah.
They're making an extra $70K a year from these houses. You know, you work a 40-hour a week job to make that much money.
Yeah.
Be realistic, Nisrine, the whole entire month, now that your properties are all full and there's renters in there, literally how much you spend on all those properties a month, typically. How long does it take you to look at your bank accounts and stuff? How long?
Maybe an hour, 2 hours.
If they're stabilized, you don't really need much.
Yeah.
A couple hours,
So you guys,
right?
Yes.
And that's what people understand. A couple hours to make 70 grand a year. It's life changing.
Life is good.
Life is
Let's
good.
take one more, Ember.
you guys mentioned property management just a bit ago, and I think it cut out when you were talking about the property management. Do you manage yourself or do you outsource that?
Nisrine is the property management.
So currently, I actually do, operations is my bread and butter. Like I put out fires. This is what I've been doing for the last 10 years. So this is not a huge, like it's very important and it takes some chunk, but it's like I am doing my work and I'm getting text messages about different things and I coordinate everything. And it's just like I do the property management myself. But in the future, we'll see what happens. Depends on like what happened when we go with you know, multifamily. So
We get lazier as we grow.
exactly. As we grow.
Yes.
Perfect. And one more question from Anthony. He said, how long was it from the time you received the email blast until the time that you closed? And you might want to mention what an email blast is for those people out there who aren't familiar with that.
So email blast is the email that Realty of Austin, one of the Realty of Austin realtors sent out to everybody.
Talk about Lifestyles Realty. If you join our programs, we literally send you out deals in an email, just so you understand.
Yes. And then you got to jump on that really quickly because there's a lot of competition,
Yes.
especially when deals are like, you know, hard to combine. Really good deals are, you know, they are available. They're there, as like David says, all the time. But you got to be quick and jump on it, see if it matches what you're looking for. If you got to have your own roadmap and see like, what is the next step and what do I need to get there? Like, does this fit my criteria? And if it does fit your criteria, I mean, you can reach out to them. They'll give you a packet. You can do your little analysis. All of that is provided to you by Lifestyle, even the spreadsheet. And if it makes sense, you tag the property and then you take the steps forward. To close a property like with hard money lender, I think it takes like what,
about
a week?
about 10 days. Usually it's 10 days. To answer the question, yeah, you have like to be very quick. For the first property that we got through with Trey, he sent the email blast today. The next day, 3 people showed up. We were the first people who expressed interest in the property. We went there, we liked it, and I think from that day to the closing, it was like about 10 days.
Yeah, and 3 people were like right with us in that property, and they were ready. It was like, you don't want it, I want it. So we're like, we want it. Bye.
And just so you know, typically it takes about 30 days. Their case it was 10 days. So
Yeah.
I'll just give you a typical for the new people. It takes about 30 days to close the deal. Great questions.
Awesome. Thank you guys very much.
Looks like Ember's praying right now. I don't know on my screen. So,
The Jackie Chan comment cracked me up.
Right?
All
I'm gonna
right.
try to fix that real quick. But thank you guys very much. I appreciate it.
You guys.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Hassan and Nisrine. I really appreciate you giving back and inspiring the next generation of investors.